All right, that was the longest 49ers practice yet, and I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up being the longest practice of training camp. That's what you call a callus builder. So when you think it's over, when the other practices have been over, they added 30 minutes to the scoreboard. So the 30 minutes was a full-on scrimmage, move the ball period, and Brock Purdy turned it on during that period. Obviously, he's the quarterback working against the first team. He went 5 of 6 in that scrimmage period. Moved the 49ers offense right down the field for a touchdown to Brandon Ayuk in 3 plays on that first period. And Kyle Shanahan said, well, I want Brock Purdy to get a little bit more work. So he said, that's actually not a touchdown. You guys can line up in the red zone. So the 49ers offense lined up in the red zone, and it took him 3 more plays to score. Deebo Samuel caught a nice pass over in the corner of the end zone. He was down for a while, but then it looked like he got up okay. Wasn't even limping off. Everybody was a little worried. A lot of the 49ers first teamers actually came to check in on Deebo Samuel, but just impressive stuff from the 49ers offense, which across the board is delivering a high completion percentage. Not just Brock Purdy, who went 12 of 18 total today, 5 of 6 and moved the ball. Threw an interception earlier before that moved the ball period to Sean Gibson. I'll talk about that in a second. But Sam Darnold today, 12 of 14 overall. Trey Lance, 8 of 11 overall. Brandon Allen, 6 of 7 overall. And the first 3 quarterbacks, Purdy, Darnold, and Lance, all did a good job moving the offense during that move the ball period. Remember, move the ball is different than just standard practice where they're installing plays. The chains actually move. It's more like a game situation. It's first down, second down, third down. So that's going to be more reflective of actual gameplay. But anyway, back to the start of practice before the 49ers got to move the ball. Purdy was a little shakier there, although he did throw a nice deep pass to George Kittle, who beat Dre Greenlaw in a really fierce one-on-one battle about 40 yards downfield. That really stood out to me because what other team has a tight end and a linebacker battling it out for go balls 40 to 50 yards downfield? You've got to have a lot of team speed on both sides. Kittle's obviously really fast for a tight end. Dre Greenlaw's obviously really fast for a linebacker. Purdy put the ball up there and he let George Kittle win the battle against Dre Greenlaw. But Purdy missed a few passes. I thought that there was a play where he didn't really look off the defender when he was going deep, and Talanoa Hufanga might have had a good chance to pick it off. I do know that Talanoa did push-ups on the sideline to punish himself for not intercepting that pass. It was a 45-yard pass. I think Purdy got to be a little bit better with the eye work on a play like that. But, I mean, in general, I think he was 7 of 12 before he entered that final move the ball period, which is where the money is made, and that's where Purdy was at his best. You know, between Sam Darnold and Trey Lance, the 49ers have an awfully good situation at the QB 2 and 3 spots, and they're interchangeable there. Nobody's won that battle. These guys are completing passes. I mean, I just mentioned the numbers for Sam Darnold, 12 of 14, Lance, 8 of 11. I'm doing some quick math. That is 20 out of 25 between your QBs 2 and 3. I haven't seen a completion percentage this high at a 49ers camp. It's a really, really good problem to have, if you could even classify it as a problem. Both of these quarterbacks are playing well, and the 49ers, I mean, they got some players playing well on both sides of the football. I could go through a few of the standouts today. Early on in practice, McCaffrey and Ty Davis-Price were bolting out of the backfield for big runs, and I thought that the quarterbacks were in a bit more of an advanced mode today, and that's what you would expect a week and a half into training camp. They're starting to pull strings at the line of scrimmage, call some draws, and the draw play to Christian McCaffrey and Ty Davis-Price could be lethal this year, especially TDP. Look at a guy who's 228, but has leaned out and gained weight, so he's faster, I think, this year, less fat. You think he's a physical back that might be plodding around a bit, but I don't think that's the case with Ty Davis-Price. So I think he could catch some teams by surprise on some of these draw plays. The 49ers defense has definitely been caught by surprise. McCaffrey today wasn't a draw, as a pitch left, but might have been a 70-yard score. He's always hustling at practice. I mean, these running backs are impressive for the 49ers. Taco Charlton, new 49ers defensive end, had another tackle for loss. I know he's not working with the first team, but he's flashing, and he hasn't been here for long at all. There's a play where Cleveland Farrell today beat Trent Williams. Only a one-time thing, but got around Trent Williams. We're going to have to talk to Trent to see exactly how that happened. But if the 49ers could get any pass rushing out of Cleveland Farrell, it's a win. I mean, they brought him in to set the edge against the run. If he can get some pressure, I know he got some pressure when he hit the ball in Purdy's hand the other day. It didn't make Kyle Shanahan very happy. 49ers can get some pressure out of Farrell, they're going to be a happy football team. Ray McLeod's really fast. There was an end around today they ran. Gosh, that guy's fast as shit. Ray McCloud. I mean, he's a weapon that nobody talks about because the 49ers are so loaded offensively. And Jalen Graham, nice tackle on Ronald Awatt. Ronald Awatt is the undrafted free agent running back along with Kalon LeBourne. This is third team stuff, but Jalen Graham, rookie linebacker out of Purdue, 7th rounder, just flew into the backfield. Play caught my eye. Overarching thing here, we talked about the 49ers quarterbacks completing a lot of passes, some impressive stuff there. I mentioned Deshaun Gibson had an interception of Brock Purdy. His full context there. Wasn't sure if the play had been whistled dead. Ton of people in the backfield. Everybody kind of slowed down, and then Purdy decided to throw the ball. I don't know if he just did it because it was practice. It was into the flat. Deshaun Gibson, who has 32 career interceptions, intercepted that ball. So I count it as a pick because sacks are so subjective. I don't want to ruin the completion interception tally. I count it as a pick, but on the 49ers sideline, the conversation after was, Deshaun Gibson has 32 picks. He preys on footballs. You got to be careful anytime that you're throwing in his direction. He knows how to be in the right place at the right time, and Purdy threw that interception to him on that weird play. 32 career picks, 12-year veteran Deshaun Gibson. He had 5 to lead the 49ers last year, and they had 20 as a team last year after they picked up like almost 20 in training camp. Not nearly as many interceptions for the 49ers in training camp this year. Maybe the absence of Nick Bosa is the reason behind that, or just maybe the 49ers quarterbacks are playing really good football. Cumulatively, those numbers are really good. And they also have a guy named Brandon Ayuk to throw to, who every single day is just wowing us, popping off the tape. Today, what is Brandon Ayuk's vertical? I got to look that up. It's got to be at least 40 inches. He skied up to get a ball from Brock Purdy today. That might have been the most impressive play, along with the George Kittle catch deep from Brock Purdy against Dre Greenlaw. All right, more from here tomorrow. We'll talk to you guys soon.